We got small arms, long arms, ammunition.
So thirsty. Doctor says I can't drink liquor no more. Need a Nuka-Cola.
Why buy just an ordinary piece of wood? A swatter is a custom-made piece of genuine hickory.
Hey, give me a minute.
Hey.
Point the way.
Hey, Piper.
You look like you could use a pick-me-up.
Your thoughts?
Yeah, have you ever seen anything like that? The airship? God! They must have an entire army on that thing.
Is everything okay between us?
Well, things aren't bad. Because believe me, you'd know if they were. But I suppose we could be doing better.
That's all.
Okay.
There we go.
That one
So
worth
much
reading?
knowledge was lost when the bombs hit. Good to see someone trying to bring it back.
Piper.
Maybe constantly trying to kill us, but...
Nick.
Where's your son? What happened?
You were right, Nick. Kellogg did have my son.
The Institute? Oh, boy.
I'm sorry, friend. Truly. That makes things considerably more complicated.
He ain't kidding. Heck, Nick's a synth, and even he doesn't know how to get in.
No synth does. Security protocols strip those memories out.
No, Mr. Metal for Hands doesn't know how to get back to the factory.
No, I skipped that part of the orientation film while they were busy pulling me apart and putting me back together again. Look, the sad thing is, I have no idea.
I've been investigating these creeps for over a year now. The Commonwealth's boogeyman. Feared and hated by everyone.
True enough.
Sometimes they snatch people in the middle of the night, and sometimes they leave old synths behind to remind us that they're out there, but to this day, there's one thing nobody really knows.
Where the Institute actually is, or how to get in.
Exactly. But there's one person who has to know, right? The guy who just handed them Sean.
Kellogg. Huh.
Whatever you're thinking, it doesn't matter. He's dead.
Yeah. Figures the Institute's only man on the outside.
So, a murderer and a kidnapper gets his brains blown out by an avenging parent. Huh. Be a great ending if we didn't still have the biggest mystery.
He wasn't gonna talk. Even if I had a way of bringing him in alive.
Gets his brains blown out.
You're talking crazy here, Nick.
Look, there's a place in Goodneighbor called the Memory Den.
Uh-huh.
If anyone could get a dead brain to sing, it'll be Dr. Amari.
Who's this Dr. Amari?
I'll let her give you her life story in person. I guess we're gonna need a piece of Kellogg's brain. Enough gray matter to bring to Amari and find...
Jesus, Nick.
I know it's grisly, but what choice do we have? We got no leads, nothing. That old Merc's brain just might have all the secrets we need to know.
Actually, I think I already have something. Kellogg had this thing attached to his head.
Cybernetics, huh? We may have just won the lottery.
Whether we're riding this crazy brain train or not, we can't all go running across the Commonwealth, so... who's coming with you?
I have to go to the Memory Den either way, if I'm gonna introduce you to Amari. But if you want to head there together, just say so.
I'll head out with Piper. We'll meet you there, Nick.
Sounds good. You two stay out of trouble. Don't worry. We're gonna get your boy back.
Let me know if there's anything I can do to lighten the load. Or, you know, if... You need anything proofread?
If you're looking to keep your load light,
I'll take a look, sure.
self-defense,
You? I don't know you. Just keep your distance.
One Statue of David impression coming up.
Good. Good.
Right.
Because I will not.
No, I'm Jangles, the moon monkey.
That's just what a synth would do, ducking the question.
Myrna.
I said we don't serve your kind here, you synth. Trying to tell me you're human now?
Synth?
A synth, as in synthetic person. Look real with hair and sweat. So, are you...
Human as the day I was born.
Well, all right. We can do business.
Let's see what you have.
Everything you need.
hey, see that big blimp? What's the brotherhood?
Looking for Diamond City? Just follow us.
Come on out. I'll make it nice and quick. You can trust me.
Time to reel him Come on, we don't have to do this.
Lock and load!
Hey, something's out there.
Who's there?
Hey, hold up there. First time in Good Neighbor? You can't go walking around with...
You better back off, or you're the one.
Whoa, hey, all right. We'll just...
Uh-huh.
Time out. Someone steps through the gate the first time, they're a guest.
Hey, hold up there. First time in Good Neighbor?
Uh-huh. Unless it's keep dumb assholes away from me and shit.
Now, don't be like that. I think you're... You hand over everything you got in them pockets, or accidents start happening to you.
Whoa. Time out. Someone steps through the gate the first time, they're a guest. You lay off that extortion crap.
What do you care? He ain't one of us.
No love for your mayor, Finn? I said let him go.
You soft, Hancock. You keep letting outsiders walk all over us. One day, there'll be a new mayor.
Come on, man. This is me we're talking about. Let me tell you something. Oh, why'd you have to go and say that, huh? Breaking my heart over here. You all right, brother?
I'm fine. Thanks for taking care of him.
Good. Now don't let this incident taint your view of our little community. Good neighbors of the people, for the people. You feel me? Everyone's welcome.
Of the people, for the people? Brother.
I can tell I'm gonna like you already. Just
right.
so long as you remember.
Well, hello. Everything here is guaranteed to injure, maim, or kill at your discretion. Except me. I only kill when I want.
I'll take a look, sure.
Each weapon tested on...
Brotherhood of Steel. Better stay out of it. Now, I've seen a lot of crazy stuff in my time.
Well, Mr. Valentine. I thought you had forgotten.
You got the memory card loaded up?
May have walked out of
you're
the
not
den,
Irma.
but I'd never walk out.
Good neighbor's crazy. Thefts, murders, worse. Sometimes you just gotta escape a little to make it through the...
I guess.
You ever listen to the Silver Shroud?
My family and I used to listen to...
You mean when they first aired? How?
I was in cryogenic storage.
Oh man, that's amazing! You're just like Mr. Bo-
Uh-huh. Yeah, something like that.
Boy, if you just woke up. The world these days...
Uh-huh. That's an understatement.
Things may look bad, but we gotta try to make it better. What if the Silver Shroud was real? With his... I got a plan to bring him to life.
Uh-huh. Sure, Kent.
You really gotta rain on this guy's picnic.
I know how it sounds. I've built my own custom machine gun. But to make this work, and they actually got one here in Boston.
As it happens, I already have your costume.
There she is. Pretty as the poster. And memorabilia, too? You're something else.
Uh-huh. Here you go.
After all these years, the Silver Shroud is born again. But I'm just not Silver Shroud material. I could be Rhett Reinhardt, or his butler, Jarvie Blake. But the Shroud is strong, capable.
Come on. Don't sell your...
I got a better idea who should wear. You up for being the Silver Shroud? You already got your own origin story and everything. What with the Cryovault?
Looks like I get to be the Shroud.
The costume and gun are yours, so you patrol... Here's... some calling cards, I guess. When you dispatch Justice, leave them... Time to fight crime!
Here for Amari? She's downstairs.
Dr. Amari?
Yes? I take it this isn't a social call.
Damn.
Doctor, it's time for you to reverse death itself.
What?
I wouldn't have put it quite that way, but it's true. We need a dead man's memories. Guy named Kellogg.
Are you two mad? Putting aside the fact that you're asking me to defile a corpse. You don't really...
Uh-huh. I mean, technically, the corpse was defiled already.
This dead brain had inside knowledge of the Institute, Amari. The biggest scientific secret of the Commonwealth. You need this, and so do we.
Fine. I'll take a look. But no guarantees. Do you have it with you?
Could you say that like Dr. Frankenstein? Ego, fetch me the brain. No?
No, I will not. Now, do you have it?
How much of the brain do you need exactly?
That is not an encouraging question. I suppose I'll have to...
Sure. Here's what I could find.
What's this? This isn't a brain. This is... Wait. That's the hippocampus. And this thing attached to it? A neural interface?
Those circuits look awfully familiar.
I'm not surprised. From what I've seen, all Institute technology has a similar architecture.
So the brain is still good, right?
Possibly. There's no sign of decay, so the tech is probably preserving the tissue. injecting some kind of compound to keep it stable. But there's no way to access the memories inside without a compatible port.
You're talking about me, right? I'm an old synth. If the Institute built me out of similar parts, we might have an in.
There could be long-term side effects. I don't know where to even begin with listing the risks.
Don't bother. I don't need to hear them. Plug me in, Doc.
We should try plugging you into a toaster next. Fresh toast.
It's nice to know that even when I'm about to have a foreign object shoved into my noggin, you find new horrible ways to laugh at my expense.
Whenever you're ready, Mr. Valentine, just sit down.
If I start cackling like an old grizzled mercenary, pull me out, okay?
Let's see here. I need you to keep talking to me, Mr. Valentine. Any slight change in your cognitive functions could be dire. Are you feeling any different?
There's a lot of flashes. Static. I can't make sense of any of it, Doc.
That's what I was afraid of. The mnemonic impressions are encoded. It appears the Institute has one last failsafe. There's a lock on the memories in the implant.
Is Nick gonna be okay?
Yes, the connections appear to be stable. Hopefully it'll be as simple as unplugging the implant once we're done. But that doesn't get around the current problem. The memory encryption is too strong for a single. We load both you and Mr. He'll act as a host.
Nick and I are gonna share a mind? Yeah, I'm not gonna see him in any compromising positions, am I?
If a smart mouth was all it took to solve problems, we would have found your son by now.
No. You won't have to worry about that.
All right.
Just sit down over there, and...
See you on the other side.
Initiating brainwave migration between the transplant and the host. Mnemonic activity coming from the transplant. It's degenerated, but it's there. We're going to load you into the strongest memories we can find. They might not be stable. Just hold on. Can you hear me? Ah, good. The simulation appears to be working, although the memories are quite fragmentary. I'll try to step you through the intact memories and hope we find one that gives us some clue to the Institute's location. There. This is the earliest intact memory I can find. Remember, you are experiencing these memories as Kellogg. This may prove disorienting at first.
I was such a dummy back then. What did I know about how the world worked? I think now she wanted me to kill him. I should have. Instead, I ended up running away. I wanted to find somewhere out from under the thumb of the NCR and all their rules. But really, I was running from the guilt of not protecting her from Dad. Yeah, it doesn't matter now, though. Mom knew how it was. She wasn't soft, but she loved me in her way. And she protected me from Dad. That cost her more than a few beatings. I never knew what happened to her after I left. I didn't want to know. Not then. People always hoping for something better. I usually end up with something worse. Dad was either drunk or not around. I guess he must have run with one of the raider gangs, but I never really knew what he did. Don't know why Mom was with him. Maybe at some point in his life he wasn't a complete asshole.
What a joke.
What's it mean, Mom?
Nothing, Connie. People like to talk and hope someone else is going to keep them safe.
Teacher at school said the NCR would bring back the good old days. Like before the big war.
Don't you listen to that twaddle. I'm going to stop sending you if that's what they're teaching you.
I'm going out. Where the fuck did you put my boots?
Listen to me, Connie. You take this. You're old enough. You're the man of the family now. It's your job to protect us. Your father's useless, but you won't turn out like him. You're a good boy. And all that on the radio, all useless talk. The only thing that will protect you in this world is that gun in your hands. You need to learn to use it if you're going to survive.
I will, Mom. I promise. I won't let you down.
You've always been my good boy.
This doesn't seem to be what we're looking for. There appears to be another intact memory close to you in temporal sequence. There. Try that one. I was the worst thing that ever happened to her. If she'd never met me, she'd have stayed in the hub, maybe hooked up with someone who didn't kill people for a living. Probably been happier than she was with me. Almost certainly lived longer. It's gonna be... The thing about happiness is you only know you had it when it's gone. I mean, you may think to yourself that you're happy, but you don't really believe it. Focus on that petty bullshit or next job or whatever. It's only looking back, by comparison with what comes after, that you really understand. That's what happiness felt like.
You'll see. But we don't know anybody here. And now, with the...
Whatever made me think that a guy like me should have a daughter? No, I never deserved her. Not for 1 second.
Come on, Sarah, you gotta give it a chance. I finally got steady work with a good outfit. Nothing like that in the NCR these days.
No, I'm not saying this was a mistake. I'm just... Are you sure these guys know what they're doing? They seem kind of green.
I know, but that's all right.
Let's keep looking. I'll connect you to the next intact memory.
How did you think this was gonna end, Kellogg? You thought you could just fuck with us, and we wouldn't fuck with you? Just so you know, they died like dogs. And you weren't there to help them.
I found another memory to try. I'll connect you.
Mind if we sit down?
Suit yourself.
So, I hear you'll take care of people's problems. Is that right?
If you pay me.
Oh, we'll pay you. And, you'll do this all by yourself?
That's right.
We pay you when the job's done. Is that okay?
That's the way you want to do it? So who do you want dead?
Well, it's like this. There's his family. Lives down the creek a ways.
Well, we seem to be getting closer. Try this next one.
Mr. Kellogg, I'm glad you decided to meet with me.
So, the first synths weren't all that impressive. I'm good, but I'm not that good. But the Institute could always make more, and kept making them better each time. They still give me the creeps, but you have to get used to them if you want to work with the Institute. You're with the Institute? You heard all sorts of rumors about the Institute. But I figured they were just a convenient boogeyman for anything bad that ever happened. They were real, all right. They didn't know anything about operating on the surface. Relied on their synths for everything. They had the resources I needed, and I had the expertise they needed. Turned into a permanent arrangement, which suited me just fine. I wanted to see for myself if you really existed.
We do, as you can see.
What do you want?
It's come to my attention that you've been rather disruptive of our operations lately. This must stop.
I do what people pay me to do. If that's a problem for you, I could see only one way out.
And what's that, Mr. Kellogg?
If I'm working for you, there's no more problem. From what I hear, you can afford me.
I don't think you fully understand the situation you're in.
I think I do.
Very well. B-748, initiate. System off.
I finally ended up in the Commonwealth. I kinda ran out of road. Plus, I'd come to terms with life. I wasn't gonna be stupid enough to get mixed up with caring about other people again. It was just me against the world. And the world had it coming.
Impressive. We may have something to talk about after all.
Getting warmer. One of these has got to tell us something. We're running out of brain here. There's one that looks mostly intact. Connecting now.
Manual override initiated. Cryogenic stasis.
I was now the Institute's main operator in the Commonwealth. The eggheads never liked taking orders from a dirty I never knew why we didn't. I was now the Institute's main operator in the Commonwealth. If they needed something done, they came to me. It wasn't usual for anybody from the Institute to come along on a mission, so this one stood out. They didn't know then who it was we were grabbing from the vault. Of course, neither did they. Not really. The eggheads never liked taking orders from a dirty, contaminated degenerate like me. But they needed me.
I found another intact
I made sure they knew it.
Whenever you're ready. This appears to be a very recent memory. So, good news, I think.
Wasn't my idea to settle down with the kid in the middle of Diamond City. I thought it was a terrible idea, actually. But it was one of the old man's pet projects, so here we were. Me and the kid. Like a happy little family. I ended up kind of liking it. A reminder of what his whole setup in Diamond City was part of some elaborate plan of the old man's. Seems obvious now that we were bait for our friend from the vault. Timing couldn't have been an accident. It's not how the old man works. I wonder if he outsmarted me in the end. Another loose end tied up.
Kellogg.
It's okay. One of these days you're gonna get your head blown off just barging in here like that.
Minimizing my exposure to civilians is a priority.
Forget I said anything. So what's the big crisis this time?
New orders for you. One of our scientists has left the Institute.
Left? As in?
He's gone rogue. Name's Dr. Brian Virgil. We know he's hiding somewhere in the glowing sea. Here's his file.
Wow. Some heads are gonna roll for this. Capture and return, or just elimination?
Elimination. He was working on a highly classified program.
No kidding. One of the top bioscience boys? Damn. So, I guess you're taking the kid back with you.
Affirmative. Your only mission is to locate and eliminate Virgil.
You're taking me home to my father?
Yes. Stand next to me and hold still.
Okay.
X688. Ready to relay with Sean.
Bye, Mr. Kellogg. I hope I see you again soon.
Bye.
Teleportation. Now it all makes sense. Nobody's found the entrance to the Institute because there is no entrance. Let me pull you out of there as soon as you're ready. Slow movements, okay? I don't know what kind of side effects the procedure might have had. No one's ever done this before. How do you feel?
I'm okay, Doctor. Thank you.
That's good. But I want you to keep monitoring yourself. Are you ready to talk?
There's more than one person who knows about the Institute.
I didn't know Institute scientists could defect. This changes. Where did the memory say he was? The glowing sea? That can't be right. No one...
Uh-huh. That's why he's there. To make the Institute think twice about following him.
That must be it. He's using the radiation in the glowing sea like a shield or a cloak. If Virgil found a way to survive there, you'll have to do the same.
Oh, I'm going in naked. Fingers crossed I get superpowers.
I know you're joking, but as a doctor, I feel obligated to remind you that unprotected radioactive exposure will only kill you. Dead. D-E-A-D. So be sure you find a way to get through there with your life intact. By the way, I unplugged Mr. Valentine first. Removed the implant while you were waking up.
The Memory Den's not accepting new clients right now, sweetheart.
Hey, Irma.
Oh, enjoying yourself in Good Neighbor? It's a heck of a town, ain't it?
Hey, Valentine.
Hope you got what you were looking for inside my head. I was right. I should have killed you when you were on ice.
You want to try for round 2? Let's go!
What are you talking about?
Wait. Were you...
I guess that's for you to wonder, and for me and Kellogg's memories to know for sure. Anyway, I feel fine, so let's get going. Or I could head back to Diamond City, since you've got company.
I'll see you around, Nick.
Good luck out there. You know what? Sound like Ellie needs to talk to us. We should head back to the office next chance we get.
Hey everyone, gather around. Let's kick the breeze back. Shoot them. Now I know you all are doing your own thing, but I don't want anyone here to forget what matters. Hey, Daisy, glad you could make it.
Galaxy
How's my favorite girl?
News
Didn't I see you?
Calling all Silver Shroud fans. A once-in-a-lifetime announcement. The Silver Shroud returns and he's gonna clean up the streets. Everyone heard how Wayne Delancey murdered Miss Selmy and her kid over a few lousy caps. Death is coming for you, Wayne.
Galaxy News Radio. When evil walks the streets of Boston, one man lurks in the shadows, shielding the innocent, judging the guilty. That guardian is the Silver Shroud. Today's episode, Slaying in Scully Square.
Nah, I'm playing some Fallout.
Well, well, well. Looks like someone got lost on the wrong side of the
Just
track.
live streaming some Fallout.
Wrong side of the tracks. I'm just meeting a friend. No business of yours.
Trying to play some tanks, bro? Like on the DS? What? Wait, are you talking about the game? Like the fucking... the board game? That board game is fucking stupid. Cause you know what game I'm talking about, right? Have you played the fucking Pokemon, like the Pokemon board game? Oh, sweet Arceus. I'm fucking with you, bro. Why from playing Pokemon? Oh, you. Oh, so you have like a caffeine addiction? What are you gonna be doing in a few months? Yeah, you're gonna be living in the same area? How far away is Grants Pass, Oregon from you? Well, I'm gonna be out there. Bullshit. Grants Pass from here is 12 hours. 16 hours. Yeah. Where do you live again? Oh, I thought you were a little bit more northern. Oh, damn. So you're like close to Sandburn? Yeah, dude, my homie he can make it to San Bernardino from, St. George in 4 hours. Yeah, I've seen it. I was with him one time, I was like, what?